This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Hawkins. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Now on first down from the 30. They'll give it to him again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to pass. He's got him. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Rides to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And this defense has got to be jacked up. And they've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going. But I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give. Credit, watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. Right back to him on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
And the extra point is good. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Wants to throw. It's Baker. A strike downfield. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Got it out across the 50-yard line and not stopped until he brought it to the 47.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job.
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Grabbed the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And he makes the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hill. And he's out of bounds at the 24, a yard short of where he would have wound up with the touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Unloads quickly. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Dante Moore fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Here's Moore to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He might want another play. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davison. Touchdown Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside. It's Hawkins. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got the tight end outside. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fellow a little while to get to that area of the field, so you've got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Baker. Got his man. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hokies.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop stop him for no gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the boat. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
More play action. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Dropping back, it's Baker. Gets it to the back. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. The Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Deadlocked here in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. Might be calling a hot route. Moore. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. They go to the counter. Finds a little space. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Right down the middle. It's caught. They get him corralled, and not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. Throwing more. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Moore to the air. Looking for the score. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. And after that last field goal, they start this third quarter, finding themselves playing from behind. Pulls it in, it's Davis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at. Because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now the play fake. He's got the tight end. Runs through a man. He might have some space. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Love the route there by the tight end and man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Makes the grab over the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough for that 1st down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the 1st down, gets out of bounds, new set of downs for this offense.
The run inside. It's Davis. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To throw, it's Baker. Makes the grab on the left. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll ride Davis here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to fire on second down. Snagged out of the air. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. A first down run on the doorstep. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking to fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Looking to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play.
Bye-bye.
I knew that stop was coming, man. I knew that stop was coming, man. He trying to do too much. I knew that stop was coming. No, sir. No, sir. Not going. No, sir. No, sir. Not going, man. Not going. Not going, man.